Hi, I am so excited by these two jigsaw puzzles that came in that I had to leave my office where I was diamond painting and come in here to try to assemble them, and I want to do them back to back. Fortunately, just last night I finished another puzzle, so I am free to do these two. I am hoping that these images come through and I want to tell you about them. I got two 3D puzzles from Puzzlr, Puzzlr. Now, I asked them if I could be an affiliate for them, so we're working that out. But even before that has been engraved in stone, I just have to show you these puzzles. And so I will be making hopefully one long video like this introduction and maybe some time lapse. I don't know how I'm going to do it because I'm not a puzzle channel. I am a book review channel, but somebody who enjoys other crafts, which is why I am Robin Loves Reading and all the things. So let's hope that this comes through. And I think it does. Yes, it does come through. Can you hear that? That's the first thing that's different from any other puzzle. Like, I just got 5 puzzles in the mail this week. And this is, how puzzles look, right? The first thing I noticed is that this is a 3D type image. Now, does this translate into the puzzle itself? I don't know. But here's the back of it, which is, a normal image, and then a little history on how these prime 3D puzzles work. They are 24 inches by 18 inches. And this particular one is called Great White Shark. And I think they've got 2 or 3 dozen images, but I chose 2, and I'll show the other one in a moment. I chose this one, and look at it. Oh my goodness, I really hope this translates into the puzzle pieces. I don't know. I am doing this while I'm talking to you, and I am going to add a little bit more light. Let's do that. Yeah, that looks a little better, doesn't it? So, this is by the author Howard Robinson. It's called Prime 3D, and as mentioned, 24 by 18 inches, and the company is Puzzlr. And it has several languages on the back of the box, but it says, described as the artistic master of adorable animals, both wild and tame, that brim with personality, the kind that makes a person smile. Working in the art licensing industry for over 25 years, his delightful images can be found reproduced and given joy to many throughout the world. So that is our history about Howard Robinson. And I love that there's other languages here, so this is a universal gift. So before we go on, let's look at the second puzzle. Now, if I enjoy these puzzles and I stay with Puzzlr, then obviously I will get more. And I'm telling you, what really appeals to me is their dinosaur puzzles. Yes, and they do marvel. They do countless. They must be licensed madly. Now, look at this one. Again, that same 3D image. You see these? You see that? Okay, and I want to show you how it looks in a flat way. Still has that 3D effect, doesn't it? Now this is by Giordano. Again, same size, 24 by 48 inches. And let's read about Bob Giordano. Bob Giordano was born and raised in New York City. As a child, he spent many days drawing and painting with his father, Joseph Giordano, founder of Giordano Studios. Time was spent field sketching at New York City zoos as well as the Museum of Natural History. Having this fondness for the natural world, these venues inspired his love of nature. Whether it was hiking in the Catskills or venturing the coast of Long Island, he absorbed all that nature brings. An avid fisherman, he spends many hours out on Long Island Sound pursuing local fish and wildlife. So that's who Bob Giordano is. An introduction to 2 new artists, Bob Giordano and Howard Robinson, with these 2 puzzles. And let's see if there's anything else I can tell you that might be on the box. Other than these say Prime 3D, but the company, I just want to see if the company name Puzzlr is on the box, and for some reason I don't see it, but that's who I bought them from. But I have to learn more about the company. So I think the next thing we'll do is I'm going to change my camera view. I am doing this all on the iPhone. I don't have elaborate cameras and setups and tripods and things of that nature. So I have a puzzle on the table. I am going to move over the phone board and I will change my view and resume this video. Okay, I am done. As you can see, I'm just lifting it to turn it around. I didn't even have to move the foam board. Just snapping it into place. Now, it doesn't look as smooth as you would like as far as it's concerned, but I want to talk about this puzzle. Now, I want to look back at the box. We already looked at the box in the beginning. The one thing I didn't mention is this 3D / holographic type image is glued to the box. And I showed this in the beginning because I've got a lot of editing to do. The back of the box is just an image. So I wasn't sure when I was about to start this whether I was going to get a flat image that had a 3D look or an actual 3D image like this, and I am pleased to tell you that this is a 3D image. Now, after I'm done talking about it, I will disconnect my camera from the boom arm and I will pan over the entire image so that you can see how indeed it is a 3D image. Now, I did want to mention something about how they describe these puzzle pieces. I just have to locate it. I know I read something somewhere. Maybe I read it on the website. What did I read? Let me look at the box one more time. Alright, I must have read on the website that each piece clicks into place. That's what I was looking for on the box, but I don't see it on the box. And they are absolutely right. Now, there were a couple of false fits, but it's not the fault of the puzzle design or the manufacturer or anything like that. My situation is I chose 2 of these puzzles to begin working with this company, and this one I felt would be the easier image, so I'm doing this the very next puzzle. I chose to do this image first because I knew with the shark and all the blue in the water that it was going to be difficult, and I was right. This part here was very easy, only took an hour or 2 to get this bottom part done. But as I moved up here, I started to recognize something. And what I started to recognize is the orientation of the fish. And another thing that I did was I would work from the bottom until my eyes couldn't recognize anything else. Then I flipped it around and then I flipped it. So I only flipped it 3 times. And as I flipped it the 3rd time is when I truly recognized the orientation of the fish. And that's when assembling this part of the puzzle took no time at all, even though it has all the blue. Now, I didn't work on this in one sitting or straight through. I started it yesterday late afternoon, then of course I went to bed. And then I got up this morning, I worked on it, and I had to take a nap. I have ill health, so rest is part of my routine. Rest is part of everybody's routine, but even though I did not do this all in one sitting, I did it all in one day, which is really a surprise because when you have gradations of the same color, you can run into problems. Now, I want to see if I can show you a piece. Hopefully you can see this. I'm going to stand up to make sure that you can see this. So this is one of the edge pieces. I didn't realize you couldn't see the bottom. And can you see that it is a holographic type piece? Let me see if I can try another piece. These little fish. Let me just try to take this off. These fish actually move. And yeah, can you see that? See that? And every single piece, these pieces, they move. I just find it absolutely, unbelievably amazing. Okay, I just took a whole stream and spiel and didn't record. Okay, so I have taken this camera off of the boom arm to try to show you the 3D effect of this puzzle, and it is truly 3D. Every piece moves independently of each other, and as you can see, look at that. Can you see that? It's truly a 3D puzzle. I am so happy I chose to do this one first. I have 3 or 4 marine puzzles from Buffalo. Of course, they're flat, but I love marine puzzles. I love sea life. And when I was choosing a couple of puzzles to see if I wanted to work with this company, I said, this one is just gorgeous. And look at these fish down here. See that? I don't know how they did it, but they did make it 3D. I know you're getting some light reflection there, but if I turn the light off, you won't get a good feel for what I'm trying to show you. So there it is. Puzzlr, which is Puzzler.com. Excuse me, Puzzlr.com, Prime 3D Puzzles. And this one is Great White Shark. So after I edit this video together, I will be putting together the other one, which is of the little kittens. And I'll talk to you about whether a different design is simpler and if the feel is all the same and all those good things. So there you have it. Great White Shark. Great puzzling fun. I absolutely loved it.